Yeah, Fabled for you, Lightsworn, and even Elvennotes. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more this content. I think this is one of the coolest lists we've seen this week, actually, because we get to see Fabled actually kind of coming together here and actually kind of building up kind of a semi-competent list here, because Mercosia is actually a very, very strong card, but also, yes, we do have Fiendsmith stuff built into this list, and you also get to see the Shining Sarcophagus good stuff because, you know, being able to peer into the abyss, that is the Magician of Destruction, to pivot into a Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, is incredibly broken. And also, I mean, Gandora is going to be a free extender. You just need another monster, and you basically can go down full Fiendsmith combo at that point. You're basically opening up the doors to some actually interesting turbo good stuff that you're actually able to do just because of the natural inheritance of this deck. And, you know, I gotta give it to them, honestly. Fabled being a fun deck is very, very nice. Next up here, we have, this is Lightsworn good stuff, but I do see one of the formidable ones sticking around here. So, yes, this Lightsworn list. Imagine you get a Jowgen established and then you crown the card. Like, I would actually crap my pants if I ran into that, because that means that, you know, you're not breaking that Jowgen. And that's not a good way to, you know, want to promote your game state. Not at all. But basically, you're using the turbo good Lightsworn stuff. Obviously, Sengenjin and the Millennium stuff is going to pivot you into the Moon of the Closed Heaven. It's really crazy to yet once again think about just how much Moon of the Closed Heaven has changed the way that we look at this format. Like, it is really, really, really a game changer. So, good stuff to still seeing madness happening. And there we have Elvennotes with Centurion. Now, there are a lot of Elvennote lists here that are going to do a lot of different things. This list, I think, is by far one of the easiest lists to understand, because your goal is just to slam down level 12s and go Cosmic Blazar Dragon, go Rar. And also access the Red Supernova too, which now you're really starting to get into some of the more interesting concepts that this deck can have. You know, being able to slam a Supernova on the table actually is going to be pretty damaging to the opponent to have to deal with. I do see that we have access to Dimensional Fissures. We've also got Dimensional Barrier. You know, if we do have to roll out the Floodgate, you know, we are able to do so. I think that's kind of the important thing here, is having access to these power cards. Thank you, OCG, for allowing us access to these broken cards. But also, I mean, Elvennote good stuff is really, really strong. Next up here, we have more Elvennotes. And one of the first things you're going to see is this list actually gives you access into OSS. We actually get to see, oh, hey, you know, Original Sinful Spoils bridges us into, well, you know, we're playing a lot of interesting things, but I mean, it's just get you into the Jet Synchron, which then promotes you down some extra little combo lines. I do also see that we do have access to the Garden Rose Maiden in here. I mean, that's mainly because we have Rage Rose Rich present in here, but also do get to see the Crimson Dragon, the Bestial, and then, of course, Yield Baron de Fleur. And the Ditorius is going to be playable because of Prisma. We have seen this idea and concept before. It is a really cute one that when it actually does resolve, oh boy, it feels really, really, really funny to see. Alright, next up here we have Branded with Draco Tail. Now remember, Cat 2 is limited to 1 in the OCG. They already saw the problems that we're kind of starting to see now with Draco Tail actually just being this crazy deck, but getting to play 60 cards. They also have access to the Gimmick Puppet Lock, which this is still an incredibly crazy thing to me, that the OCG actually allowed this one to creep through the cracks. I really don't know what they were thinking, but, you know, I guess we had to do something here. You also do see that we have 2 Fallen of White here. We do have the 1 Fallen of Albaz here. You have the standard good stuff actually kind of coming together for you. So not too bad. I mean, you also get to see Tri-Brigade Spriggan's kit actually doing things, but I think this is actually really, really cool, man. The fact that Trishul, the Dragon of the Icy Imprisonment, is seeing play here too, well, shucky darn, I suppose. Next up, Fire Kings. Now, this is actually kind of a pretty basic list for Fire King. I do see that, you know, we are playing the Tri-Brigade kit in here. I mean, once again, I mean, you have access to all this Beast Warrior stuff. I mean, why not, right? Wing Beast, Beast Warrior. I mean, why would you not want to build in, even if it's a small package? Because, I mean, Frogdoll was already promoting you to have access to the good stuff with this. So I actually kind of appreciate that. We're also only playing one copy of Skyburn. I think that's fine. You know, you've already reduced a lot of what I would consider this deck wants to be relying on for the initial combo stuff. So once you kind of take that step back and go, okay, you know, for what reasons do we need to extend out with this? I mean, once again, Tri-Brigade cards, you've already got natural synergy. You just want to be able to access this and be able to, you know, go down easier combo lines. But, okay. I mean, I see you. Next up is, oh, God, Magnet Warriors. So you guys know that I have been really trying to keep an eye on as many Magnet Warrior innovations as I can, because I find that this deck is hilarious. Now, you are playing the Gem Knight stuff in here, but this is just to help you get into access like Zurzur here, you know, get the additional normal summon. But one of the biggest headliners the OCG has is, once again, they can peer into the abyss of Fiendsmith. And when your deck suddenly has access to, you know, layered down protection here, it really starts to get interesting. Now, because we have access to the tools that we do, I see that this deck is actually playing the Arise Heart, which it's crazy to me that, you know, this is still an option that you can make, but your trade-off is it is very hard to actually get this thing on the field in order to do things. 3 level 7 monsters is sometimes unrealistic. Oh, we have Fur Hires. Ah, God, there it is again. There's the Fiendsmith stuff yet again, detouring all of my plans and proving to me that, you know, no matter how we look at this deck just continues to do its thing. We're also only playing 2 Rex, the Gale for Hire. I mean, this is our level 5 that extends out and really, really gets the pieces rolling for this, which I think is very, very strong for this deck. Also going with Triple Storm. We also do get to see the triple copies of the new field spell as well. I think that this is actually an improvement. A lot of these lists I've seen have only been trying to play 2 of this. I think when you're really, really, really looking down on the downside of, you know, these cards, that you want good numbers. You want consistency to work in your favor, and I think that this is the best way to go about it. So, interesting little shifts here. Next up here, we have more Elvennotes. So, Elvennotes here, for this list, yes, we are going with, there it is again, Yield Fiendsmith stuff. Not all that surprising, but we also do get to see actual Dominuses built into this list. This is actually not all that surprising, considering the fact that, you know, having this card be a blowout card, and also, you know, we're Elvennotes. I mean, we'd be slamming into, you know, fire like it is our job. Fire, water, we're the avatars. But 2-1 on these pieces, I think, is actually very, very nice. Once again, I mean, if you don't have access to this deck just peers into Armades, and it is able to do such a vast shift around that it's actually kind of nuts to see. So, once again, I mean, the sheer amount of, you know, things we are seeing with Elvennotes and, you know, Archmage is good. Oh, hi, Albaz. Elvennotes. Alright, so this is a pass. We are using Centurion as the base, but also we have Triple Fallen of Albaz in here, just so that we can access, I guess, the Fallen and the Virtuous. That's kind of interesting, and this is only a single copy. So I guess we're just using this to turbo into the Synchro here, Ecclesia, but I feel like you need the other branded stuff to kind of get you to where you need to be. This feels like an interesting pile, to say the least. And I guess we're making some sort of improvements here. But what do you guys think about everything? Please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Patrons! Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.